Wow. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Give thanks and praise. I might need a little bit of forgiveness on this one, yeah. But I had to just step forward regardless. No hesitation, we have so much information to publish and express. Again, greetings across the earth. It's a doctoral thesis, proposal, title, West Indian sovereignty and the colonial challenge, refuting the doctrine of absolute state-owned ownership of property. I think this thing is a little bit too loud. Cannot interfere. Much better. Now it's the abstract. This thesis interrogates the colonial state's proclamation that all property is owned by the colonial state and the people are mere users. It argues that such a doctrine is illegitimate under natural law, treaty authority, and common law traditions. It also violates the sovereign inheritance of the West Indian people. Now, by examining historical precedent, constitutional principles, and international legal instruments, the thesis establishes that property is not a grant of the colonial state, but in fact a natural, ancestral, and communal right. Chapter outline, Chapter 1. The colonial proclamation of property. Origins of the doctrine or this specific doctrine in the doctrine of discovery and Crown Lands Act. That's where you find these kind of instruments being, established. The imposition of radical title by colonial states, declaring all land vested in the crown or the colonial government. Comparative analysis, British Crown Land Doctrine, French, Domain Public, Spanish, Relenjo, however them pronounce that. Chapter 2, Natural Law and Indigenous Sovereignty. Property as a natural right under John Locke's second treatise of government, labor theory of property, indigenous West Indian tradition of communal stewardship and allodial tenure, assertion the colonial state cannot extinguish natural inheritance, which is your birthright, without consent or treaty. Not even with consent or treaty we can give those things away. Chapter 3. Treaty law and international instruments. Treaty of Waitangi, 1840. Waitangi, 1840, and parallels the Caribbean treaties, plural. United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People, 2007. Article 26 to 28 affirms indigenous people's right to lands, territories, and resources. International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. States' rights to self-determination includes control over natural wealth. Chapter 4. Constitutional and common law challenges. Case law. Marble versus Queensland, number 2, 1992, rejecting terra nullius in Australia. Caribbean constitutional provisions recognize private property rights. Yes, it does. Argument. Colonial proclamation of absolute ownership contradicts constitutional guarantees and the common law principles of tenure. Chapter 5. The West Indian Challenge. 1. Sovereign declaration. Property is not a grant of the colonial state, but an ancestral inheritance. It's our birthright. Number 2. Rejection of the mere user status as a form of modern day slavery. Number 3. Proposal of a sovereign property doctrine where land belongs to the people by lineage. State authority is limited to stewardship, never ownership. Communal affirmation replaces colonial titles. Chapter 6. Conclusion and proclamation. 1. The colonial proclamation is void ab initio from its beginning, lacking lawful foundation. 2. Sovereign West Indians stand outside statutory ownership regimes. 3. Motto reaffirmed, freedom restored, peace defended, sovereignty declared. Applicable laws and instrument. 1. Doctrine of discovery, challenged as illegitimate. 2. Crown Land Act, colonial imposition. 3. UNDRIP, Article 26 to 28. ICCPR, Article 1, Marble versus Queensland, 1992, precedent, rejecting terra nullius, Caribbean constitutions, property rights clause, natural law and common law, Loki, Blackstone, Gortius. Now, this is an original production from the House of Dallas and Our Work in the Nation, copyright claim by Linton O'Neill, Dallas, aka Our All rights reserved. Now, our complete gratitude for your viewing presence. May the Most High guide and protect and secure you all. Peace, love, and divine light. Now, I always have like a space for my writing, I'm like a thing done, as I go along with us kind of improve those kind of mantra. I share this information once again to bring honorable clarification to the West Indian paradigm, to this sovereign environment. It is presumed out there and even expressed by colonial entities that all property are owned by some kind of state, and man are only mere users. We there have to refute and rebut that brawling. We just did. Yeah, man. So what's I give thanks? Give thanks to the Most High Creator of nature. Now let the words of our mouth and the meditation of our hearts be acceptable unto the Most High Creator of the boundless universe. We, as our welcome, do give thanks and praise to our great spirit. Yeah, Hawa, great spirit, self-existence. We do give thanks. Complete gratitude, free people. I'm on full of information and we have some more information to bring forward. Yeah, I might just jump out of this area and call it a day. Wow, nine minutes worth of work. Oh gosh, I like this. I don't even want it gonna far. I'm gonna chat too much. I go and lock the chat, close it down, and step out right forward, as they would say when them colonized, step out right back. Complete gratitude, free people. We have to always bring the honorable clarification. People are run away like them bright, like them know it all. And all I'm saying is this: if you colonize, you can always function from that perspective. That's all me I said. And a slave can't give me no talk. No slave can't teach me nothing. It's impossible because you're a slave. You have to free yourself and express how you free yourself. Then you become credible. then you can direct people to freedom. You know, talk about everything else except sovereignty. You're gonna talk about everything else except freedom. Well, that is nonsense. A slave no have no chat, no slave no have no chat. But yeah, that's why they say the place in this chaotic state of condition. Yeah, man. Babylon, impose arbitrary authorization. That's what I want. But most ones will miss it, literally miss it. Anyway, short and sweet, complete gratitude. Yeah, now some energy we can touch upon it, but I'll leave it until the next time. Complete gratitude, free people. Yeah, man. Short, but sweet.